Hello, everyone. Welcome to the live stream. We are here to celebrate a new product from a company that really I have come to really admire in the few years that I've been dealing with them, and it's Ottawa Grills. They created what I consider the sniper rifle of steak cooking. It's a oversized broiler that replicates a steakhouse broiler at home in the back garden. Technically, it's a propane-powered device. It really does give you a steak such as you find in the great New York City steakhouses that I love eating in. So we have joining us today, we have Nils Wild from Düsseldorf, Germany. He's one of the progenies of the Ottawa family. And let's meet Nils Wild. Hello, Nils.
Hi, Nick. Hello, everybody out there. I have the pleasure of introducing to you today our new product, which is basically the heart piece of our auto platform. And Nick, thanks for the kind introduction. And you're right. So we started out in 2015 when we introduced our first product, the Auto Grill, which is a very high performance broiler, which basically packs all the performance of a steakhouse cooker into a very confined space or footprint of, somebody coined it, I think, a toaster oven, which it is a little bit unfair in a sense, but then again, it's a perfect statement because it really tells you a lot about the compact size and footprint, and the performance is as you described. It's and what we aim to do now with our new product is actually building a product that is entirely complementary in the sense that it covers most of the functions that the Auto Grill is not doing a good job on, because it's not built to do that, to do these functions like slow cooking, everything from low and slow to roasting and baking.
So tell me a bit about the company. You started as a Kickstarter campaign, correct?
That's correct. Yeah, we started
2015?
Before as a Kickstarter campaign. So we started in 2015, we then brought the Kickstarter campaign out to you guys in basically a couple of months later, and we launched our first product on Kickstarter.
And it was a tremendous success. No, I mean, I found out about it over, I think it was social media, but it started popping up everywhere. And I remember it was Pat LaFrieda, the famed butcher from New York City, who was cooking his steaks on it. And it really was, I mean, I just couldn't believe the way that it achieved what it achieves. So tell us about your family. How did you guys get into revolutionizing the grilling industry?
Yeah, so basically what we set out to do, my dad is an engineer, and Alex, who's one of our co-founders, we studied together, and after studying together, we built Springlane, or co-founded Springlane, which is a kitchen retailer, and we were really very much involved with the whole cooking space and grilling space. But we weren't really satisfied with the equipment that's out there, at least what's out here in Germany and over here in Europe. So we said, okay, let's go niche by niche. And what we focused on first was the application of building a device to cook the perfect steak. and that's what we that's when we came up with the auto grill. And the story is pretty simple. So Alex and I were majoring in business in school, and then we had this idea of building this device. And at a dinner party, we actually talked about our idea with my dad, who's an engineer, and he built very sturdy machinery for the mining industry for a whole career. And he said, well, you have a very nice idea, but I can help you bring this to life. And we took him up on that, and so we started prototyping, and then we said, okay, let's build a real product from this, and that's how we came to Kickstarter.
And tell me about the numbers, because they were quite impressive, if I remember rightly, in terms of how successful it was, how much you raised, etc.
Yeah, so on Kickstarter in 2015, basically nobody knew us because we just founded the company, and we were able to sit, I think the campaign was funded with over 350,000 euros, which at the time I think was about 500,000 or $500,000 US dollars. So that was a tremendous success, and it helped us to finance our first production lot. And since then,
so
basically,
sorry, okay.
No,
sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Finish.
No, go ahead, Nick.
Well, I was going to say that this kind of leads into the next development of the phase, right? And what you have in front of you is also a Kickstarter campaign, correct?
Yeah, that's right. So after our first campaign, we basically internationalized the auto grill. So from Germany, from the Kickstarter campaign, we had an idea of our audience and about the customers that we're catering to. So we internationalized it, bringing the auto grill to the US, and we have till date we have sold over 15,000 units worldwide, and we have shipped to over 30 countries from our German headquarters. But we've also been busy developing new products, and what has been very important for us from day one is that we're only interested in building high quality products that really can take it up with professional equipment, and that actually also allow you to build on the product step by step and adding to it. So that's how we came about to design a very high performance gas grill that is not only high, it can take it basically up with all the high quality gas grills out there, but then it also lets you add to it step by step, so you can transform it from the grill into an outdoor kitchen, basically,
in a modular fashion. So you're replicating what you would get inside almost a commercial kitchen, but you're doing it outdoors.
Exactly, and so that's where our US venture was very helpful for us, because we in Germany, when we started with our company, basically outdoor kitchens was not a big topic. Now it's becoming a very big topic, and we've actually been introduced to high quality outdoor kitchen manufacturers, and we've seen how they built an outdoor kitchen. But in the US, you need to define your layout up front, and then you select components. And from a German point of view, we're always very into going step by step and taking things in a modular fashion. So we thought, okay, let's start with one piece, not having to decide on your final setup as of now, but actually taking it step by step and adding to it along the way.
And it's obviously a pick and choose situation then. You wouldn't have to embrace the entire system for one of them to work, right? They work independently of the other ones.
Exactly. So you can basically decide how you want to play it. Yeah. So we build it in a way that you can connect all of the modules to one or a couple of modules to one distribution or gas distribution line or to one tank. And so you can combine it basically, but you can also go one by one, and you can actually start very small and build it into a large auto kitchen, or you can start out with a larger footprint from the beginning.
So this is called the Auto platform, correct? The whole system?
That's the Auto platform, right?
Okay, and then what you have in front of you, what is that called?
So that's the G32. So G for gas grill, and 32 for its footprint. So it's 32 inches wide, and that's our connected model. And so what we've built into this is basically it's a 4-burner gas grill, which comes with a segmented cooking grate, which is also like you have one segment for each burner, and then you have a rotisserie burner in the back that actually spreads out over the whole width. So
you have 32 inches of rotisserie space.
Basically,
can we
yes.
see can we see inside that?
Yeah, I mean,
that puppy.
Oh, I mean, it's probably not the nicest. I mean, if we ship it, but that's also. So it's now the real deal. Yeah. So this is what I told you about. So we have like 4 of these cooking segments, which comes in handy because we wanted to build a machine. So what we wanted to build our machine for is basically to perform different cooking styles. And what was really important to us is actually that we segment every rate in order to have direct or effective direct and indirect cooking zones. And the way that we do it is basically you can turn on one burner or another burner, and or both of the outermost burners, and then you can shield the radiation heat using one of our zone separators, which just slides in on the cooking grate. So what you've done now is actually, if you turn this on, this shields all this thing here shields all the radiation heat from the other segments, and this gives you the opportunity to cook purely by indirect or convection.
So it's much more versatile, it looks like, than the average grill of that size. It has real.
No, go ahead.
Sorry, it seems like it really has the ability to cook in zones the way that you would be able to in almost a wood-fired oven, right? Where it's a different zone, but you have much more control over it. Walk us through the rotisserie, because that's something that's obviously pretty unique, right?
Yeah, so the rotisserie is actually, it's an infrared powered or a ceramic infrared burner, which stretches out over the entire width of the unit, which comes in handy because, I mean, if you cook on a spit that has necessarily the width of the cooking chamber, and what you want to do is that you want to make sure that you light the entire width of the spit so that you can prepare large roasts or a couple of chickens and not only one piece. And that's why it was very important to us to have it full width, have a full width burner as well. And this is really cool. So we angled it in a way that it actually gives you a very good lighting of the surface of your meat or whatever you cook on the rotisserie.
So tell me about the construction. It looks like it's a stainless steel.
Yeah. So what we build it from is basically the entire grill is made of stainless steel. The hood is a double-walled insulated structure. So it's very good in retaining heat, and that's very important for when you're performing long cooks, because it's also like it's very good it's very fuel efficient as for a gas grill. That's very important in our sense.
And the front component looks like a high-end stereo almost, those lovely knobs. But I see a bunch of switches and buttons on the other side. What are those? To the right-hand side of the grill face?
Yeah, so what we built, and that's what is actually reflected in the name, is we took it a step further from building a very high quality grill, because we thought, okay, there's only so much you can do in a gas grill. Yeah, because all the features that I outlined, other manufacturers built that also in a very good way. Maybe we're a little bit more price competitive because we're direct to consumer, but what we thought that we should have in a gas grill is the same control that you have in other ovens, like a pellet grill or something. So we thought, when you go out and buy a gas grill, basically you have to buy a lot of accessories, like a thermometer that tells you about ambient temperature or cooking the cooking compartment temperature, the air temperature, and additional meats or core temperature thermometers. And what we try to do is basically build all that and integrate that in an embedded product. And that's what you see here. Yeah, basically we have, for each of the 4 cooking zones, we have one probe, which tells you at grade level exactly the temperature that you have on that segment of the grade. This is really a way better, in our opinion, that's a way better way of controlling temperature than having one thermometer based in the hood. Yeah, and that goes. So you have these four segment thermometers, or zone probes, as we call them, and then you have 4 channels for 4 meat probes. So you can connect different meat thermometers or meat probes, and all this information goes from the microcontroller to a cloud storage system, and from there it goes to your app, or the auto apps that we designed for this product, but which will also later on spread out to other product lines that we're currently developing.
So you have surface temperature, and then you have internal temperature. So you really do have a level of control that you really only seem to have on sous vide or some of these really advanced cooking techniques, but you're doing it outdoors.
Yes, exactly. And it actually, you could also do this with a thermometer, but you have this all built into one ecosystem. And with our app, we can actually give you a little bit more opportunities to monitor your temperatures, and set, for example, alerts for temperatures or target temperatures, or set for certain cooking steps. Like if you want to cook your prime rib for 3 hours at 120 degrees in an indirect fashion, it actually tells you the temperature exactly in the segment that you're cooking on, and it alerts you. The app alerts you when you're overshooting or undershooting the temperature that you're aiming for. Yeah, so this gives you a lot of control over your cook, and this is a lot of. We find this really helpful also when somebody who has not a lot of experience in grilling uses our grill, because what we're doing at AutoWild, and what we have been doing from day one with our original model, the Auto Grill, is we're creating a lot of recipe content. And this is really meaningful when we are actually looking at this product, because now we can actually prepare step-by-step recipes, and we can actually give you all the parameters that you need to perform a cook effectively. Yeah, we can tell you, okay, so we can set the target temperature for a certain step directly in the app, and you don't have to care about the setup. You only have to make sure that the burner is set to the right intensity, and then the app will tell you if you're overshooting or undershooting temperatures.
So the app will come with recipes built into it?
Yeah, basically we are already working on recipes, and we have a stock of recipes. But the nice thing about having it cloud-based is that we can actually add to the app step by step. So we'll actually add new recipes along the way, and we actually also will give our community of users the opportunity to create recipes later on, so that we can exchange ideas about how to perform a session for a great brisket on a gas grill and stuff like this. So this is really our attempt to involve the community of users in building a cooking experience.
Now, it seems like you had a similar experience with the original grill. There was a very strong user base around it that kind of contributed to the understanding of how to use this thing. And I'm sure you learned a lot from just hearing from your users, no?
No, that's for sure. I mean, that's what we've been doing from day one, is active listening. And I think that's the key to product development, because basically what we did and how we came up with this device is we listened to our community. And our community, if you would have asked me 4 years ago, what's your next product, I would probably given you a different answer than we're going to develop a gas grill or an outdoor kitchen platform. Yeah, but we've been listening to our community, and everybody told us, okay, you should develop a grill in auto wild quality, a very high quality gas grill. And I would really love to have more transparency of my cooking session. And we learned about this, and we try to implement all the ideas or the ideas that we want to pursue in this product.
So walk me through all of the different types of cooking you can do in that, because it does seem that it's more versatile than the average grill, given your ability to control temperature. So, with such minutiae.
Yeah, so basically you can perform everything from low and slow to searing. Yeah, I mean, for searing, we personally think that the auto grill is the perfect device, but also this grill goes up to 500 degrees Celsius, so you can really get a nice sear on your meat, which comes in handy. I mean, we see in the picture right now of the rib roast that we prepared for in our Kickstarter video grilling session, where we actually got it up to the desired core temperature in a slow roast, and then at the very last step of the cooking session, we actually fired up the grill and gave it a nice sear on the outside. Yeah, which is really cool. So you have a huge range of temperatures that you can use the device with. And then again, for what is cool is that it's modular, and you can actually, if you use this, for example, in combination with our original grill, the auto grill, it's very nice, because you can actually set this up to do a slow roast, and then you can once it's ready, the desired core temperature has been built in a reverse sear. You can actually put it on your auto grill and give it a nice char. So we're about like building really an ecosystem of devices that we find useful for performing or to bring cooking outside and bringing a whole range of styles outside.
Tell me a bit more about how it connects. Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, both?
Yeah, so we build it to connect via both Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. We think that Wi-Fi is better because you're independent. I mean, you can actually connect to your grill from basically anywhere remotely. With Bluetooth, I mean, there's always the distance or range things that you need to be that you need to take into account. But basically, that's up to the user how he wants or she wants to connect to his or her grill.
And I saw next to the to those icons, it looked like I'm imagining it's not a battery. Is that a propane gauge?
Yeah. Yeah. So we built into it a cylinder gauge. Yeah. So because what we found also with other grills that we tried and that we cooked on, what happens no matter how experienced you are is that you're running out of gas. And I mean, you can today there are models with manual fuel tank gauges, but we thought, okay, you have all the information, or you have a cylinder and you have you have a microcontroller built into this. So we thought, okay, this is a perfect opportunity to smarten things up and actually gives the user a heads up when the cylinder or tank that's connected to the grill runs low.
Yeah, because there's nothing more frustrating than you have a house full of guests, you've got some prime steaks ready to grill, and you can't get the thing above 50 degrees because you have no gas.
Exactly.
So you mentioned that you could run the Otto Wild at the grill and also the G32 off the same tank of gas?
Yes. So what we did is, so this is really, and this is what we what's probably unique about our grill is that it's actually fully modular, and not only in the sense that you can add like different storage modules or anything to it, but we also have a modular gas train. So what you can do is actually you can connect the gas train or the manifold of one grill to the manifold of another grill, which is supplied by a gas tank. And this way, we're actually delivering gas from one tank to multiple devices. I mean, of course, there's a limit to that. Yeah, probably you can hook up 3 devices to this, but this depends, of course, to the regulator that you're using. But this is cool because you don't, even if you're having a propane-fired grill, because you don't have natural gas available, you can hook up multiple devices on the same supply line.
So tell me about the Kickstarter campaign, because that's a story in and of itself. But then also tell us about when this will be available and when we can start cooking on it.
Yeah. So we turned again, like, because we thought, okay, this is a new product for us. We also want to be in touch with our community and learn if that idea really flies, and if people really like the concept, and if there are also things that we could improve before going into serial production. We turned again to Kickstarter, and it really, like, the response that we've gotten from the community really overwhelmed us. Yeah, because I think we were among the we're now the #1 German or #1 project that has ever been launched on Kickstarter. We're now at $4.6 million in campaign funding, which makes us the most successful food-related project that has ever been run on Kickstarter. And this is, like, for us, that's an overwhelming response, which we also didn't really expect. Yeah, I mean, we thought that we had a nice idea, but we really like that the community also appreciates this idea. And we have gotten very useful insights from our exchange over the last 29 days, because we have been on Kickstarter for the last 29 days. Today actually is our last day, or we're running until tomorrow. So 24 hours left to back our project. And that's been very, very helpful for us also. So
you could make it to 5 million.
Potentially we could, yeah. I'm not sure that we do. I mean, we would be happy.
Maybe with some help from the audience.
Yeah, I mean, you can still back it. So we are on Kickstarter for the next 24 hours. So we would really appreciate if you back it, and I think you would get a really nice. Or I'm confident you will get a really nice product in return. And what we will do now, because you mentioned next steps, is basically we're right now wrapping up our campaign. We will finalize the last bits and pieces that we also learned from our project and from the community, that we can improve on our product. And we already have our production partner ready. We now need to do certification, which is also for us, now that we have been in this business for more than 5 years, is basically a straightforward thing. And then we hope that we are confident that we will start shipping in September.
So this will be available in the fall.
This will be available for our Kickstarter backers. I mean, our Kickstarter backers have now priority over everybody, because basically they have been contributing or they have been supporting us from minute one of this project. It will be available for them, or we will deliver to them from starting in September. But since we have received such an overwhelming response in the Kickstarter process, we also had to introduce a timeline that's actually so I think the first 1,000 backers get their product until or starting from September, and then we actually need to move. We had to stretch out the delivery timeline a little bit, because we didn't expect such a huge response in the beginning. So I think it will be available in retail from the beginning of next year, but you can already pre-order, and we will serve pre-orders. Probably we will catch up with orders in the late fall. Yeah.
Excellent. So just tell the audience how they can find you guys on the web and on social media.
Yeah. So if you're based in the States, you can find us at under autowild.com. Or you can just Google our Kickstarter project, which is AutoWild G32 or modular gas grill. I think you will be able to find us under these keywords. And yeah, we would be very glad if you decide last minute to back our project.
And then you should also mention your social media, because I know that a lot of the community sort of coalesces around this grill, and especially on Instagram, you see a lot of people doing different things with it.
Yeah, so Instagram, we're very active on Instagram and Facebook, where we also have dedicated channels, and also on Facebook we have groups where we also encourage an exchange among our users. So that's definitely a place to turn to for further information. And Instagram, definitely, we're also performing test cooks on our on the G32, which you can check out if you still want to find out about what you can do with this device. And we will also, along the way, because now we've only touched on this connected version, but we're also offering a smart version where you can actually set temperatures on your smartphone and cook automatically on the grill. So, but there we have a longer delivery timeline, and we will probably also update the community on our social media channels about the development steps that we still need to take there, and on delivery timeline and stuff like this.
Excellent. So in a sense, you get this grill that will improve over time, even on its own, as you add features to it.
For sure. I mean, it's for us, it's now the start of the journey, and that's what was very important to us, and that we can actually after Kickstarter, we will have a post-campaign sale of accessories that we came up before the campaign. So we will offer like a griddle for this grill and a pizza stone and stuff like that, like accessories, and smoker box, which you need to smoke on this device. But then we also start introducing our modules, and this gives us the chance over time to add new styles of grills and new models. But also, what's probably unique about this grill right here is that even if you start out with our connected model because you're not sure if you want to go all the way with hooking your smartphone up to your grill, you can try out things, and later on you don't have to sell your G32 connected and buy a new smart one, but you can exchange the control panel, which has all the gas bearing or the manifold and everything connected. And you can just exchange this the silver part right here for the smart one, and then you can transform your grill from connected to smart, which is pretty cool.
Which makes it also modular within a modular system. I think we're going to fold the universe in on of itself if you keep designing stuff like this, Nils.
Yeah, we need to be wary about this, because no, but that's been our philosophy from day one, also with the auto grill, where we have different models which you can use with different fuel types and stuff like that. That's very important for us, that you keep things flexible and versatile. Okay,
so just to recap, you have the Otto grill, the original overfired steak broiler. You now are coming out with the G32, which is the smart connected traditional grill, but with a host of modular features and connected features. Can you give us any kind of a sneak peek about what might be a little further down the line?
Oh man, that's up to the community. I mean, we're developing a couple of things right now, but for the next couple of months, we will be probably occupied with ramping up production. Yeah, to be completely straightforward, because we want to make sure that everybody that backs our product gets the product as soon as possible.
Understood. Well, listen, Nils, thank you so much. It's been great looking at this grill. It's a little of a tease though, because I want to eat some food off it. It looks like it can really do what I love to do to meat, which is cook it to perfection. Thank you so much for your time.
What thing you would put on the grill?
I got to say that prime rib, which is something that's,
you're a prime rib guy.
Yeah, and I like the reverse sear, and I love the idea that you could really slow cook that, and then just at the end crank the heat up. It would be I think that would be the first thing I tried, but it would actually probably just be a tomahawk, because you want to see the thing, you want to hear it sear, right, initially. So we're going to have to get together and do both, right?
Yeah, and a lot more.
Exactly. Well, guys, thank you so much for watching. Nils, thank you so much for letting us know about this grill. And we will see you around the fire.
Have a good one.